भगवतीर्उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत श्रीराधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्रीराधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much for joining this morning. Okay, Rohini Mataji, Hare Krishna. We don't have Rohini Mataji yet in. So last time, anybody would like to quickly recap what we discussed last time? Any specific points you recollect? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandos Ananda Prada Mataji.
So we discussed in the last time about the Shukdev Goswami, and we discussed about the qualities of him, and we did also the exercise, the group exercise, the responsibility of the householder versus the renunciation.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. So we discussed various qualities of Shukadev Goswami. Specifically, we discussed about how he was a great devotee right from the birth. He was a Muktatma, and the specific aspect about he being a Brahmavadi earlier, and then through the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, he getting attracted to Lord Krishna's personal feature and pastimes, and subsequently becoming pure devotee. We discussed that these personalities like Shukadev Goswami and Narada Muni, they are Nitya Siddhas, they are the eternal associates of the Lord. So any pastime of there, it is just meant to instruct us but in terms of their own condition, they are always eternally liberated personalities. And how he was Ekanta Matihi, he always had a one-pointed focus attention on Lord Krishna, and he was Unnidraha, he had surpassed all nescience. And we discussed how the liberated personalities as well as the conditioned souls both consider each other to be in a dreamlike situation. The liberated personalities, great devotees, they consider the materialist to be in a dream state, considering the enjoyment of this material world to be all in all. And on the other hand, the materialist, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram. On the other hand, the materialists consider spiritualists to be not really leveraging on what is available for enjoyment in the material world. But both are very focused in their own aspect. The spiritualists, they are focused on achieving Lord Krishna at the end of one's life through self-realization. And the materialists, they are very focused on extracting the last drop of enjoyment from the material world, what they can. And this particular glorification of Shukadev Goswami will also come in a different way when we start with chapter 7 in a while, after we complete chapter 5th and 6th, where it will be mentioned in the last part of the history of Srimad Bhagavatam, how these great liberated personalities like Shukadev Goswami, although they don't have anything to give and take with the material world. So we discussed that we can get a job done from a person only if we have something which the person is in need. But Muktatmas like Shukadev Goswami, they being ever liberated, they don't desire to have anything in this material world. But it is glorified that how even such Muktatmas, they do get attracted towards the activities of Lord Krishna. So in the Atmaram verse, which is the last verse in this particular section of history of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is glorified how even these Atmaramas who are completely self-satisfied, they still get attracted to the activities of Lord Krishna, the pastimes of Lord Krishna. Yeah, and we also discussed about the story of Vyasadeva following Shukadev Goswami due to his fatherly affection when the son immediately left the home of his parents as soon as he was born. And we discussed how Shukadev Goswami being a liberated personality, the young women taking bath in the lake, they did not bother at all to cover themselves, understanding that this particular son has nothing to differentiate between the man and the woman form, whereas Srila Vyasadeva, playing the part of a householder, he needed to have that discretion. And we also discussed that just having knowledge from the scriptures is not sufficient. How do we apply that knowledge is very essential. We discussed how Ajamel's case, he had the principles clear in his mind when he happened to see the affair of the Shudra man and the woman, but he could not apply those principles. On the other hand, Narada Muni, even while in a way chastising the misbehavior of the sons of Kubera, he acted in such a way that ultimately that chastisement was resulted in good, ultimate good for these children. So we proceed. We also discussed about Shukadev Goswami's life as the Avadhuta and how he would stay at a householder's place at the householder's gate only for the time which it would take to milk a cow, and getting some alms, getting some charity from the householder was just an excuse in order to enlighten the householders in the path of Krishna consciousness. So we discussed in the end the responsibilities of the respective varnas, specifically the renounced order of life versus the householders. How both carry a very important responsibility towards each other as well as towards overall society. So any questions, Prabhuji's, Mataji's, from last discussion? If not, we proceed for today. Hare Krishna. All right. So let's start for discussion for today. So in the questions that are asked by the sages of Naimisharanya, basically the questions deal with primarily with the history of Srimad Bhagavatam. But because Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken, has been spoken in a specific circumstances, in a very peculiar circumstances, the sages of Naimisharanya, they also inquire about the context in which it appeared and about the primary audience of Srimad Bhagavatam, namely Maharaj Parikshit, and the speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukadev Goswami. They are very interested to know about these two personalities. So let's go through the verse first. Let me share my whole screen so that I don't have to juggle. All right. So let's go through the verse. And if possible, we'll try to recite the verses from the Kindle itself. So we'll save time in juggling the screens. Okay, devotees are, is it too small, the text? Are all of you comfortable to recite from this?
Prabhu, clear. Hare Krishna.
Okay, okay. For the attendance link, I don't see Rohini Mataji in, so we will have to find out that separately. Don't worry about it for now. Please try to recite. Abhimanyu Sutam Suta
Abhimanyu Sutam Suta
Prahur Bhagavatomam
Bhagavato
Tasya Janma Mahascharyam
तस्य जन्म महाश्चर्यम्
Karmani Cha Granihina
कर्माणि च गृहीणः.
So here the qualities of Maharaj Parikshit are mentioned. Abhimanyu Suta means the son of Abhimanyu, who is Maharaj Parikshit. Abhimanyu Sutam Suta. Suta, the second Suta is Suta Goswami. Oh, Suta Goswami. What were his qualities? The son of Abhimanyu, Maharaj Parikshit, are mentioned. Prahur Bhagavata Uttamam. That he was a person who was a Mahabhagavat, completely dedicated to the service and devotion to Lord Krishna. Tasya Janma Maha Ashcharyam, and his appearance as well as his karmani, both were extraordinary. And we have put some of the pictures here on the slide. Why was birth of Maharaj Parikshit extraordinary? What do we see from the picture? What did he have, or what experience did he have when Maharaj Parikshit was about to be born?
He was saved by Lord Krishna,
Yes, he was
the womb
protected
of his
by
mother.
Lord Krishna in the womb of Uttara, in the womb of his mother, and he got the darshan of the Lord. And in fact, it is explained that he was examining each and every person after he was born, whether is this the person whose darshan I got in the womb of my mother. And that's why the person who examines everyone, he Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Radhika Mataji, Prem Prakash Prabhu and Mangalmay Mataji, can you help mute if there is any background noise, please?
Yeah, Prabhu, I'm not the co-host and I'm connected. I just shifted to my mobile because I'm going to drive.
Or any
I've made Mangalam Mataji the co-host and the
any
host.
other
Sorry,
devotees
Prabhu.
can volunteer for this, please. Quickly. Okay, Usha Kamath Mataji. Let me make you co-host. Mangala Mai Mataji, can you make me host, please? Hare Krishna. Let's try to save time on this Prabhuji's, Mataji's. Otherwise, we have a long way to go. If we spend a lot of time on this admin task, then it will slow down our progress. Mangalmay Mataji, can you make me host, please? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I'll call and I'll tell her, Prabhu.
Yes.
Oh, she made you, I think.
Yeah. No, I am co-host right now.
Oh, she made to somebody else. Prem Prakash.
Prem Prakash Prabhu, can you make me host, please? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Prem Prakash Prabhu ji. Can we request devotees to put on their cameras, please? See, we don't want this session to be a Sangha. We have the Bhagavatam class. Namanishta Prabhu has specifically instructed us to have this as an interactive session. But we see that quite a few devotees are attending it either while engaged in other tasks or not even present at the desk.
Sorry, Prabhuji. Instead of Prana, I just meant Prem डाल दिया हूँ.
Yeah, I'm stuck, but right now, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Really sorry. Prema Prakash Mataji. Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prema Prakash Prabhuji.
You please call Prabhuji Mataji.
This is number, I don't know.
All right. So let's get back. Usha Mataji, I'll make you once I am host. But all devotees, please try to put your cameras on, please.
Yes, Prem Prakash Prabhuji has come.
Prabhuji, can you make me host, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dhanavad Pranam Prabhuji.
Yes.
Give me 10 minutes permission, Prabhuji, to break the fasting, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Manage these things on your own, Mataji, please. Hare Krishna. Prem Prakash Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna. Prem Prakash Prabhuji. Devika Mataji, can you please call Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Is it Prakash Prabhu Prabhu?
Yes.
Okay, I'll call.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna Prema Prakash Prabhuji. You just take more.
I don't want to continue, honestly, Prabhuji's Mataji's. If all of us are not serious, better I report to Ramanishta Prabhuji and we have somebody else cover the session.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Really sorry, Prabhu. Actually,
Radhika Mataji, I need you to join bit early, please.
yes, Prabhu. Sorry about today, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu is not responding. Prabhu, you
Okay,
Hare
continue.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Let's
Meanwhile, you may
Prabhu,
continue.
can you make the person co-host or me also co-host from your place as a co-host also? Sometime it allows. So can you?
it's not sh-
Hare
it's
Prabhu, you can continue the class. Meanwhile, I'll
Sure.
try. I'll log in
Yeah,
with the
please.
email
And-
ID.
sure, Mataji. And I need please some cooperation of the devotees. Please avoid background sound. To be proceed. Qualities
Mangala
of
Mataji. Okay, you are the only one co-host. Okay, Prabhu, we'll take care. You continue.
Hare Krishna. So we saw Parikshit Maharaj's qualities that he is mentioned as Prahur Bhagavata Uttamam, that he is the first class devotee of Lord Krishna. So how a leader should always be Krishna conscious in order to inspire the subjects. Otherwise, the leadership won't stand the test of time. Also, Tasya Janma Maha Ascharyam. We saw this how he got the darshan of Lord Krishna while still being in the womb of his mother. Karmani cha grahini na. His activities, they were wonderful. Why his activities were wonderful? What was the special part of his activities? What we can see on the right hand side? Prabhuji's, Mataji's. What was special about Maharaj Parikshit's activities when he was born?
He saw the Kali Purush going after cow and killing, so he protected the cow and punished the
Just
Kali.
Yes, chastise the personality of Kali. Not only that, he was even able to afford giving shelter to Kali. That when Kali surrendered to Maharaj Parikshit and asked for a place to live, Parikshit Maharaj first of all gave him the place where the 4 different regulative principles are breached, namely meat eating, the places like slaughterhouses, brothels, bars and all, where the 4 regulative principles are broken. He offered those places to Kali Purush. However, he mentioned his inability to find any suitable place based on this criteria to Maharaj Parikshit. And subsequently, Kali was given a place where lot of gold is accumulated. So Parikshit Maharaj was able to give shelter even to Kali Purush, and he chastised Kali Purush for his activity of punishing mother cow, innocent cow. And Parikshit Maharaj, it is explained that he inherited all the opulence, the great wealth and sovereignty of the entire world from his grandfathers, specifically Maharaj Yudhishthir. But he was completely detached from all this. As we know that when the time came, when there was a small error in judgment from Maharaj Parikshit, and he was punished very heavily by the son of this Brahmana, Shungi, Parikshit Maharaj immediately gave up all the kingdom and the inheritance. He handed it over to his son, Janamejay, and retired from his family life. And whatever time was in his hand, just the 7 days and the 7 nights, he decided to set an example for all of us to follow in terms of how to practice the duties, especially for a man who is about to die. He showed this from his own example. And it is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam in the 10th chapter, text 3. We'll quickly see that verse 110.3. Please try to repeat this verse. This is very important verse. Nishamya Bhishmoktam Atha Chutoktam.
Nishamyaभिषोक्तोऽथाच्युक्तोकम्
Pravruta Vijnana Vidhuta Vibhramaha.
प्रवृत्ता विद्युतविभ्रमः
Shashasagamindra Iva Jitashrayah.
शशासगाम् इन्द्र इवाजिताश्रयः
Paridyupamta Manujanuvartitaha.
परित्यापातमनुजानुवर्तितः
So Parikshit Maharaj's activities, Yudhishthir Maharaj's activities that are mentioned, that he was Nishamya Bhishmokta Tatha Achyuta Uktam. That means he was guiding, he was ruling the kingdom based on the instructions that he had received, specifically from Bhishma and Achyuta, which means Lord Krishna. So Parikshit Maharaj also followed the footsteps of the same personality, Maharaj Yudhishthir, by ruling the subjects, by ruling the kingdom, based on the instructions that he had received from Lord Krishna coming from his forefathers and also from Bhishma Dev. So he was dutiful, he was very detached, not at all attached to the material enjoyment or the wealth, and he was completely following the footsteps of his great grandfather. Great grandfather doesn't mean father of grandfather, the great Pandavas, he was following their footsteps. So then subsequently, the sages had this particular question: if everything was so nice and set up for Parikshit Maharaj, then why did he give up all these favorable circumstances and the kingdom and went to sit on the bank of the Ganges to fast until his death? So it will come in subsequent series of verses. We proceed. Yeah. So this particular part, we discussed how Parikshit Maharaj's birth was glorious, and as well as his activities were glorious, because he chastised King Kali and also was able to give shelter to King Kali Purusha. About his impending death we discussed. So let's try to recite the verse 10, then we come back to the subject. Any devotee would like to recite through Hare Krishna? All right.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Divya Rukmini Mataji. Yes, ma'am.
Hare Krishna. 1.4.10, no Prabhu?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sasamrat Kashyavahetu.
ससम्राट् कश्यवाहेतोः
Pandunam Manavardhana.
पाण्डूनां मानवर्धनः
Prayopavishto Gankayam.
प्रायोपविष्टो गङ्गायाम्
Anadhritya Dhirat Shriyam.
अनादृत्याधिराज्यम्.
Translation.
Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. He was a great emperor and possessed all the opulences of his acquired kingdom. He was so exalted that he was increasing the prestige of the Pandu dynasty. Why did he give up everything to sit down on the bank of Ganges and fast until death? Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes. So this was the question put forth by the sages of Naimisharanya. Why did Maharaj Parikshit, despite having everything so settled, he gave up everything to sit to fast at the bank of the Ganges? I'll just read out the translation for the next two verses. He was such a great emperor that all his enemies would come and bow down at his feet and surrender all their wealth for their own benefit. He was full of youth and strength, and he possessed kingly opulences that were difficult to give up. Why did he want to give up everything, including his life? So, the word that is used here, Namanti Yat Pada Niketam Atmanaha. Yat Pada Niketam Atmanaha means a particular wooden support or the stool which the enemies even used to offer to Maharaj Parikshit their respects by bowing down to the stool on which Maharaj Parikshit would keep his feet. So the footrest of Maharaj Parikshit, even that was being respected by the enemy kings. Then if he had the unrivaled sovereignty above the whole world, then what was the need for him to renounce everything? Just give me 1 minute, Prabhuji.
చేయొచ్చులే నువ్వు తిను ఫస్ట్ నువ్వు అది తినండి.
And it is explained in the next verse how these personalities, like the great personalities, they are not just worried or careful about managing their own life, but because they also provide shelter to so many innocent people, then they are very careful not to put other people, like whose responsibilities they carry, in jeopardy. So this verse is important, so we'll just go through the Sanskrit text once. Please try to recite. Shivaya lokasya bhavaya bhutaye
शिवाय लोकस्य भवाय भूतये
ya uttama shloka parayana janaha
उत्तम श्लोक परायणा जनाः
जीवन्ति नात्मार्थम् असौ पराश्रयम्
जीवन्ति पराश्रयम्
मुमोच निर्विद्य कुतः कलेवरम्
कलेवरम्.
What is mentioned about Maharaj Parikshit? Shivaya lokasya bhavaya bhutaye.